Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rift. Johnny here, and today we're playing Mordekaiser into Yone. We're playing with Flash TP, and we're using the runes you see on screen. If you're new around here, my name's Johnny, and my mission is to show you the reality of someone trying to apply all the concepts of the game at the bronze silver level, and hopefully that will be replicable in your games. And a good example of someone without the mechanics of some of the big players trying to get around and trying to get some success in solo queue. So with that out of the way, let's get into this matchup. One thing we have to note is that it's a lethal tempo Yone. He doesn't play with Ignite, so it's not the most aggressive version, but we have to understand that Yone hard wins the level 1 skirmish. So in this matchup, I specifically want to get pushed in. Why? Yone and Yasuo have this little trap they love to do, which is you get pushed into them, and then they completely all-in you, and all of a sudden, your wave is pushing into them, you have to walk up for last hits, they can just dash up to you and completely ruin you. So I actually want Yone to get the push here. We'll give away some of the last hits. And our main goal is to preserve our HP as close to 100% as we can. And if we can, we'll hold the wave here in this pocket. So not under our tower, actually. Because this allows me to short trade the Yone like that when he walks up. Pretty simple stuff. Dodge that. Very nice, actually. Right. My Q was on cooldown there, so I couldn't really punish him too much. We could have tried to pull him in, but that's okay. Let's see what he decides to do. Really? We missed that? Okay. Miscalculated, I guess. So, crucially, we noticed that this Yone did not go back to buy items, right? Which allows me to keep him in the lane here as the wave is bouncing back into him. And now it's different, because now I have my level 4, and I have my jungler top side, so we can signal for a gank potentially. We have a slow push going into Yone, so we actually have the wave in our advantage now. So if he decides to like go into me aggressively here, I can now look to play much more aggressive into him. I even have my shield up here. He's going to go back to his thingy there, so I just block his path. I'll end my Q. There we go. Got a surprise Wukong there. I did not see him come in. That's okay. Let's just get the wave in. Nothing fancy, as we always say. Beautiful. So, Wukong is collecting that. No problem. Got a TP burnt. We'll go into this item and... sorry. A bit slow buying there. First game of the day, guys. You know, have a little mercy here. So, okay. So for the build this game, let's look at our item set. The standard build. And by the way, you can get these item sets in my Discord. So if you want to find some friendly people to play with and get these builds that I use, it's all in my Discord, link down below in the description. Hope you do decide to join and meet us. But regardless, we will be going for a Zhonya, not Zhonya, sorry, for a Liandrys first build. Let's go here. Now, with Mordekaiser, you actually have a variety of choices for first item. You can go rylais for the perma-slow, which is very good. You can go Zhonya for the raw damage, or you can go Gnasher's Tooth for more of like a snowball build, which is also very good. And I have been playing around with all those builds, really. And currently, Liandrys first has been really cool, and I'm sort of experimenting with it, trying to gauge the limits of this build. There we go. But specifically against the Yone, I like the raw damage of Zhonya, and I don't necessarily want to engage on like a full auto battle into Yone, right? He will also go Blade, and so I don't like being so squishy with Gnasher's Tooth, and the Liandrys build will give me some really nice HP to work with, and we're gonna couple that with a rylais and a riftmaker. So that's gonna be our core build in a lot of games. Those three items, we will like sometimes change the order of what we build first, but those are sort of like really consistent items you can build pretty much into anything, and you'll have a good time. Right. Not much going on in the lane itself because Yone has reverted to playing pretty passively here, if you notice it. And that, in my opinion, plays into my advantage because Yone has the ability to pressure me really hard. I think what I'm gonna do is use my TP so that I can buy boots here. Okay, so start our TP, get our boots, and now we can hold this wave in this perfect position here. Put a ward down to see if he's trying to cheese me. Excellent. Now we just hold the wave here. From Yone's position, right? He wanted to crash this wave. He's unhappy, which makes me happy. He's unhappy because he's losing this wave currently. Let's trim it a little bit. Yeah. So that's the problem. If it gets this close to the tower, minions sometimes will go crazy and just like run into tower, ignoring the other minions from my wave. But we hold it here. You can see he's bleeding a ton of XP. And that will be one of the big advantages we use. We already are a level ahead of him, and we're about to collect all these minions worth of XP. So we have a fantastic advantage currently. He has the temporary advantage that he bought the berserkers. So he has upgraded boots and has a lot of attack speed. So again, we never want to enter a full melee like auto attack battle with him. We want to play the ranged game. We want to get waves in, play it safe. Let's get some vision out. We can spot the Wukong coming to me. Keep in mind we're playing weak side right now, potentially. Given that Amumu's bottom, we actually don't know where the Wukong is. Let's play with our range, get the wave in. And honestly, this will ping pong back into me. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can bait him a little bit, because my jungler is topside. So by him pushing this wave, right, he's going to eventually put himself into a gankable position. And all I have to do here is hold the wave so that it doesn't fully crash into my tower. As long as it doesn't fully crash, okay? Got like a 2v2. Got like a 2v2 situation. I think that right now, if I ult this Yone, I missed my cue there. Alright. Okay, we can see the jungler is there. Interesting. I kind of thought that my jungler would be able to survive that. Because basically, right, what happens there is that we turn the 2v2 into two separate 1v1s. And I thought that my jungler with his ult was going to be able to do better. I no, what do you say? Underestimated, there you go. English is hard. Underestimated the power of the Wukong a little bit. Let's go back. I could make a tough decision here. But I probably won't. Probably won't. Let's go for the safe decision. Now, I could have sold my D shield to buy my Liandrys, but I don't want to do that. I want to preserve my D shield. Gives me some nice HP, some nice sustain. And we can just get some armor, which is going to be super nice. This is a game where, yes, I would love tenacity to deal with the Malzahar and the Mumu, but I also love steel caps for they have like 3 heavy auto attackers, right? Let's just hold it here. We need to ping my team away from this because they have numbers advantage. My jungler is once again dead. Nothing we can do about that. We just have to play around it intelligently. We try to keep spacing those Q3s from Yone, and we just build a slow push here. My ult is coming back up. So when the wave is pushing into Yone, it is a very nice time to get an ultimate onto him as well. Because if we do happen to kill him, he will lose a lot of XP because my wave is already close to the tower, right? Pop my shield here. So I activate my passive just to help me get the wave in very quickly. We get that. Because remember, keep your eyes on the prize. And the prize right now is getting my Liandrys. So by getting that crash, we get to go back. He's going to probably try to hard push this, right? We're going to do our best to get back to lane as quickly as we can. And now we have a huge power spike with Liandrys. Whether or not we can catch him here is going to be interesting to see. I'm down to flash on top of him. Okay, so we got his flash too. I'm going to try to block his escape path here. Okay, let's keep in mind I have my shield and he doesn't win this. As much damage as he does, as scary as he is, he doesn't win that. Okay. We might be cooked here. Honestly, not a bad trade. Let me just ping the flash. So we actually got his flash there. I would argue not a terrible trade. The wave is in a good state because it will eventually push into me. And that means Yone is bleeding this cannon wave. And we should be back on time to collect the XP ourselves. Most of it. Okay. So we have a bit of a situation this game, which is a 7-2 Draven, but that's okay. We'll navigate that. We don't see Yone. He's very slow back to lane. I think he's just walking all the way. Very slowly. There he is. So we didn't need TP here, luckily. Because my wave is going to be around here. So he doesn't get any damage on my tower. Okay, things are a little bit different now because he has Blade of the Ruined King. a bit late on that. Try to get most of these. Right. He's taking some damage from my wave too. We got 2 potions. So let's use that. Very nice. Okay. Now we have to be careful with his damage and not take trades that are extended like we did there. So gotta respect him a little bit more. Team is definitely struggling there. There we go. Get our Q down. Okay. Damn. We did a lot of damage to him as well, so that's really cool. We gotta watch out for his Q3. I missed it. Damn. Okay. We might be able to just do a quick teleport. And we'll go for a bramble here. Oh. Looks like Vhagar is teleporting top. Interesting. I think he's gonna have a hard time going up against Yone. But since he does that, let's adapt and we'll take the farm mid. I actually missed my cannon there. Okay, so Malzahar has his item here. We might be able to get the Yone. Yep. Wow. That was the freest kill I have been given in recent memory. That's incredible. And my MF is also very strong in this game, even though Draven got a lot of kills. Actually, MF got kills too. We can utilize that. This might be a really bad fight, depending. Let me see. Okay, got Draven's flash. Let's just walk up to him, hit him. And there's no chance for him, right? Okay, that guy's dead too. And let's just run back top. We'll catch this wave. We're looking good. We have to prepare ourselves a little bit to deal with Malzahar. He is very strong in this game, and we don't yet have any MR or tenacity. So that's going to be... Ah, damn, I tried to... tried to get that. Yeah, that might be a bit of a challenge for us. Gonna ask my team to be careful here. Because, remember, we're playing for the next dragon, which comes up in about a minute. So, for my team to die there would be really bad. I don't know why I said that in reverse. What? You guys didn't see that. Listen, okay, in my defense, first game of the day. I haven't had my coffee yet. I clearly do need one. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about fat fingering my flash. It's all good. Okay. Okay. He doesn't land too much on me. Okay, so Yone is top. And I identify that I think my team wins the fight here. So I want to join my team. And I want to take this fight. Okay? I'll just pursue the Amumu all the way. Get the Q onto him. Okay. So, I have to be careful here for Malzahar. I think I'm just going to return top. So, we prevent Yone from getting any tower damage here. Okay. I'll let Veigar collect that, and I'll try to make my way to the dragon itself. Let's go. Keep building to our next item, and I'm gonna TP here, so we can try to fight for this objective. Beautiful. That's an awesome MF ult. And now with Malzahar down, we have a much easier time on this dragon. Yone is getting some pressure in mid lane, but that's a fine trade for me. We might even get to catch him on the backside here. See? Okay. Oh. He had to use his ult there. Let's get a lot of damage with our passive. Pull them back in. There we go. And that pretty much shows you the power of this build. So, whenever you are in a fight, and there are like 3 people bunched up, and you can get like a Q, E, get them into your passive, and you have Liandrys, it's going to be insane damage across the board. So, that's why I really enjoy this build, is that you become a little bit of a raid boss in team fights. And now we have 2 items. Yone has like 1.5. We're pretty even CS, but we're a level ahead. So I would argue we have a pretty good time 1v1ing Yone, especially if my ult is up. But still, we need to be very careful and try to space out his auto attack range as much as we can. Here he wants to Q3. Yeah. Let's just get some of our damage onto him. My team's pressuring bot. I have my ult up, so I want to keep my tempo up and keep Yone pinned in this lane. And we might need to react to this, because Malzahar is overextending for this tower. It's a little bit hard for me to open on him, because I need to break his spell shield. A little bit difficult. Ooh, I got the shield. MF is trying here. We got the slow onto him, and he's down. Beautiful. So he overextended for the tower. He did get it, by the way. So he's getting a lot of damage. Look at that. He's going to have 3 items, probably, out of that push. But I still want to build a 3rd damage item. Specifically, riftmaker. When we complete the core of our items, so Liandrys, riftmaker, and rylais, the amount of damage we deal in an AoE is absolutely insane. We also slow people forever with our passive. So that gives us an insane team fighting potential. And that's really, I would say, our biggest power spike as a champion is getting those items together. Let's see if I can just get the tower here. Should be able to. Pop my shield. Get the tower. I'll make sure the Yone cannot run away. Ugh. I tried to outplay him there, and it almost worked. That's okay. We had a crack at it. we had a crack at it. A lot of the enemy team was joining up. And I had the idea that I was going to be able to take the tower a lot more quickly than I did. That's okay. This still works out in my advantage because MF, she started off pretty rough this game, remember, but she's been getting some awesome comeback. And even though my team is not that strong, right? Like 2 and 4, 3 and 6, we're actually playing pretty well together. And you can kind of see the result here of us thinking proactively about the objectives, right? Like, sure, I did die there, but realistically, not much is lost. In fact, Amumu is down. What I'm gonna do here is, considering my team's going for this dragon, and I don't believe they need me, what I'm gonna try is to get the tier 2 while enemy team is struggling to try to contest the dragon. Even if, worst case scenario, they get the dragon, we still are 2 for 2 in dragons. And I consider that if I get this tower, it's like 700 gold. It would be worth it. Now, we're gonna have to review that decision after the game and see if I made a mistake here. If I got too greedy. We definitely got a lot of gold. We got our next item from that. But a couple of my teammates died. So it's a little bit arguable whether or not that was good. We'll have to check it later. But we've got 3 items on the map. We're probably like the strongest person right now. And whenever that's the case, that gives us a lot of options in terms of where we can go and what we can do. Whenever we're like the strongest person, we can side lane wherever, we can take 5v5s much more easily. And I would argue that now we need to start getting tanky. I'm thinking of something like Jackshow eventually. So maybe finishing my thornmail and then building into a Jackshow, because they have a very mixed like threat. Okay, let's put a ward down here. I would love to get this crab so we can help guarantee the vision. Okay, I'm gonna try to lock down the Amumu. Already forcing him to drop the ult is very big. I may have overextended a little bit, so I'm gonna pop my shield and try to kite back into my team. We got the cage. There we go. Very nice. We're back to safety. And I would argue that right now, there is no threat of them getting the Baron. Because Amumu ult is down. Amumu was very chunked too. So, in fact, this might be a free Baron for my team. So, yeah, let's encourage my team to get it. I'm going to run towards it in case enemy team will try to contest. We definitely win the fight if they decide to fight us. So I want to make sure that I'm here. Okay. Now, I would argue there's no reason for us to take a team fight right now. We all have quite a bit of gold. I want to ask my team to not take like a super high commitment fight there. I have my TP coming up, so if my team just plays safe for a little bit, we can get like 2 lanes shoving in, and I can TP to them. So I'm trying to communicate with pings here. And there we go. We got Yone to respond to the pressure, right? That gives us the ability to go back. buy another item. So now we got 4 items on the map, and now I would argue we are mega strong, right? Even the most fed enemy team member is only at 3 items, and we got 4 items. So the game is fully in our control. Let's focus it up. Veigar went down, so gotta be a little bit careful. We got a numbers disadvantage, but we also see Draven is bot, and would take him quite a bit to join the fight here. So I, at the end of the day, still like this fight. Right? This is maybe a bad one because my team probably won't be able to follow up. Just get my shield. I'll probably won't be able to get out of this one. But we dealt a lot of damage. We took down 2 people. I would argue that's still not bad. We actually got a shutdown, by the way. I was just checking. We got a shutdown on the Yone. And my team is still very strong here for the push. I'm not too mad about dying there. Although, we're gonna need to get some MR. We're definitely taking a lot of magic damage here. Fantastic, man. My team is maybe able to bring this home. Draven is inting it by not being present. Imagine the difference if Draven was here. They simply have no damage currently. Like, look how long it took them. Beautiful game. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the videos. And I'll see you Monday to Friday for a new episode. Bye-bye, everybody.